This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Right Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Right Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Right Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do
No, not yet. CD, can you hear me now? All right, cool. Burnaby Mendoza. Manuel Mendoza. Dang. Kidding. Hey, give me a 1 minute warning and a 30-second warning if you could, Rafe. Thanks. I'm going to go with Degalado. 1 minute, CD.
At first base will be Mr. Ron Cooper, and at third base will be Matt Allen. The players and the coaches were running about an hour behind schedule, and here they have decided that rather than announce the lineup, since both teams have been announced previously, that they decided they wanted to go ahead and play ball, so we'll announce the players
30
as they come
seconds.
to bat. For Hugoton, batting first and playing second field will be Daniel Bastilles.
Oh, TMP is the home
Batting
team.
second, number 3, Thomas Frederick. He's the catcher. At pitcher, number 12, Elias Mendoza. Batting fourth, cleanup, first baseman, number 30, Burnaby Mendoza. Batting fifth, wearing number 4.
And welcome into the TMP Sports Complex, the TMP Monarchs and the Hugoton Eagles set for a regional championship play. Jeremy McGuire, along with analyst Dave Barber, studio engineer Rafe Dent, and along with CD DeSalvo with Hayes Post and Eagle TV. Monarchs 15-4 victors over Lakin in the semifinals. Hugoton 11-3 win over Ellsworth. Boy, Dave, TMP offensively probably the best I've seen them all year.
Well, they really got it going, and they were able to get runners on base and moving them around and take advantage of a lot of errors in that first game. And but down the stretch, man, that last inning, everybody was hitting the ball.
What's going to be the key here against Hugoton in the championship?
Well, I think it's kind of nice. They go back-to-back like playing a normal doubleheader. Hugoton kind of had to sit through that second game, sit around and watch, and I think it's like we talked in the first game. You want to get off to a good start and keep the gas down.
Tate Garcia will be on the mound for TMP. Creighton Renz, his battery mate, around the infield. Third base over to first is Chase Worth, Luke Reuter, Eston Brown, and Cole Zimmerman. In the outfield left to right, Trenton Mayo. And first pitch misses low from, nope, it's a strike. Oh, we got a slow one. Strike called, 0-1 the count. Carl Rack in center, Gavin Shoemaker in right. Dylan Bastilles, the center fielder, leads off. He pops that one foul territory. Zimmerman going over towards the fence, makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Foul territory catch for Cole Zimmerman. Nice play by Cole, getting over to the edge and realizing he had room to make that play.
Yeah, the thing he did is he hustled under it so he didn't have to make a late stab, and like you said, had plenty of room.
And that pitch right through there, strike number 1 against Thomas Frederick, the catcher. He'll be followed by Elias Mendoza, the pitcher, if anybody gets on. Burnaby Mendoza. That pitch Misses ball one, 1-1. Boy, I much preferred the first one and the second one today. This guy takes forever. Misses away, ball 2, 2-1. TMP 15-4, 5 runs in the first inning. There's a foul ball up the right side. Backing out of play. 2-2 the count. 5 runs in the first, 4 in the fourth. Six runs in the seventh for TMP. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Frederick. On the way, fouled off, right side, out of play. TMP Baseball brought to you by Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, Master Cleaners, Walmart, and Bacon Wright Appraising Services. Here comes the 2-2 again from Tate Garcia, the lefty on the mound. The pitch, grounded right back to Garcia. Sticks the glove out, makes the catch. Solid throw to first, 2 up and 2 down. That brings up the pitcher, Elias Mendoza. Good job by Tate, stabbing to get that one. I think Luke Reuter would have been there as well, but boy, Tate took care of business. Now the pitcher Mendoza at the plate. Garcia ready to deliver, on the way, off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1. Oh and 1 the count on the pitcher, the number 3 hitter. Ground ball to third. Worth has it. Strong throw across, right on the money. 3 up, 3 down for TMP in the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left after a half an inning. Your score, Hugoton 0. TMP coming up.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
No score, bottom of the first inning, regional championship game, TMP and Hugoton. Monarchs will have Tate Garcia, Gavin Shoemaker, Chase Worth. If anybody gets on, Creighton Renz. And on the hill for Hugoton is Elias Mendoza. He ended the top of the first with the ground out to third base, but boy, you'd like to see TMP jump up on things early, Dave, and put the pressure on Hugoton just like they did against Lakin in the semifinals.
Yeah, Tate had a good game. He popped out twice, recorded 2 outs in that first inning as they batted all the way around in the previous game, and then ended up with 3 hits his next time's up, so doing a good job in that leadoff spot. Need to get it going again right here.
Tate was 3 for 6, 3 singles, 2 runs scored. Pitch right through there, strike 1, 0-1 the count. Here's the wind by Mendoza and the pitch. There's a line drive up the middle, base hit for Garcia. A leadoff single, he picks up where he left off, and that will bring up the right fielder, Gavin Shoemaker. Shoemaker in game number 1. I'll try and do the math here. Had a couple singles. Ground out to the pitcher. Line drive to the second baseman. Ground out to the third baseman. That pitch in the dirt. And that is ball number 1. 1-0 the count. Garcia leads off of first base. The pitch. Ground ball, left side. That's a base hit. He grounded right through the hole that was left vacant as Hugoton was in double play mode, and they had the shortstop cinched over towards the second base bag, and that left a hole wide open for Gavin Shoemaker. First and second, nobody out for TMP in the bottom of the first inning.
Promising start. Just what the doctor ordered for the Monarchs to get things going here. Now need to push them around and in.
Chase Worth at the plate, 2 for 4, a double, a single, a walk, and 3 runs scored. First pitch right through there, strike one, 0-1 the count.
He does take his time with the call.
Yes, he does. That pitch through there as well, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. First and second, nobody out for TMP, bottom of the first pitch. Line drive into right field, that could be trouble. It's down, it's a base hit. It's going to get by the right fielder. 1 run will score. Here comes Gavin Shoemaker. Worth on his way to third. The throw, not in time. It is a 2 RBI triple for Chase Worth, and the Monarchs are on top 2-0. Boy, that is a way to start the first inning. Boy, a tough play. It bounced oddly right by the right fielder, so I'm going to give Chase a triple.
Oh, it's just still feeding off the energy from that last inning. All the bats coming to life. That's why it's good for him to get right back in the box in this next game. And bats continuing to roll for the Monarchs.
Creighton Renz, that was a 2-strike hit, too. Renz fouls it off. He bats. Creighton was 2 for 5 with a double, a single. He also reached on an error. 0-1 the count, 2 runs across in the bottom of the first for TMP. The wind and the pitch on the way. Upstairs, ball 1, 1-1 the count. Here's the wind and the pitch on the way. Curveball right through there. Count now in favor of Mendoza, 1-2. Cole Zimmerman on deck for the Monarchs. Lights on here at the TMP Sports Complex, and the pitch. Curveball missed inside, evens out the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch, ground ball, left side. That is going to be off the shortstop's glove. And Creighton Renz is on an error on the shortstop as TMP is finding their spots. 3-0 still. No outs recorded here in the bottom of the first inning. That would have been a tough play, but if Korf gets that cleanly, he can throw Renz out.
I tried to backhand him, kind of took a high hop on him and off the heel of his glove.
And the pitch misses away on Cole Zimmerman. Nobody out, bottom of the first inning. TMP on top, 3-0. Leadoff single by Garcia, followed by a Shoemaker single, a 2-strike triple for Chase Worth, and an error on the shortstop. That pitch misses away, ball 2, 2-0. Boy, the hamburgers and cheeseburgers are smelling awfully good down below.
Always drifts up here, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. That pitch misses. Nope, it's there. Man, just make a call, sir. 2-1 the count. Cole Zimmerman at the plate. Singled, was hit by a pitch, grounded out twice and reached on an error. Hit and run, and Zimmerman slaps it foul, out of play on the third base side. Two and two the count. There's the stretch by Mendoza. The pitch to Zimmerman. Outside, ball 3, 3-2. Renz leads away from first. There he goes. Ground ball to the right side. That could be trouble, fielded by the first baseman. Flips to the pitcher, Mendoza covering. But Creighton Renz moves up to second. And a ground out. That one will go 3-1. In essence, that
A bunt.
serves as a sacrifice bunt, but scoring-wise, it'll count as an out. A fielder's choice, and Renz at second base in scoring position for Eston Brown, who didn't play in game one. He swings away on the first one, fouls back and out of play.
Boy, it didn't land that far
No.
foul. I maybe never saw it. I'm
I don't
guessing.
think the third baseman saw it.
Yeah.
Dusty Washburn, the TMP head coach in the third base coach's box, just stood right where he was at. I don't know if he knew where it was at either. Gets up in that sun here in the twilight. Sun shining right in the eyes of the outfielders. There's a ground ball to shortstop. There's a throw to first in time. And Renz will move over to third base. And it is going to be Adam Gottschalk at the plate for TMP. Adam Gottschalk, the designated hitter at the plate for TMP. Pitch, curveball. Strike one. 0-1 the count. That curveball to, when I say strike one, is the time it takes for the umpire. There's a foul ball to back off the plate, turn towards a strike call, and put his arm out for a strike, which is a lot of time in my estimation. 0-2 the count on Gottschalk. Renz at third base. TMP on top 3-0. The pitch on the way. Misses low. Ball one, 1-2 the count. Gottschalk was 3 for 4 with the 2 singles, a double, a walk, and a strikeout in game one. 1-2 delivery on the way. Swung on and missed. Gets by the catcher. Coming home to score is Creighton Renz. There's no play at first, and Adam Gottschalk is on, and TMP leads it 4-0. So the first 4 batters that reached for the Monarchs have all came home to score. So Gottschalk reaches first on a strikeout on a wild pitch. And TMP leads 4-0. Now Luke Reuter at the plate for TMP, and this is an absolutely gorgeous evening for baseball. You look down the left field line, flag not moving, just a few clouds in the area. Couldn't ask for much better. And a 4-0 TMP lead. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him, 1-0. Now Tate Garcia went 1-2-3, bang, bang, bang in the top of the first. TMP is making Mendoza work hard. The pitch to Reuter misses inside again. Ball 2, 2-0. This is the 8th man to bat in the inning. TMP sent 10 men to plate. Here pitch misses low and away. Ball 3. They sent 10 men to the plate in the top of the first inning in game number 1. 3-0 the count, 2 outs. Gottschalk at first. And the pitch on the way, that one's right through there. Strike 1, 3-1 the count. It's like he's going to do the Michael Jackson break dance or moonwalk, walking backward. There's a ground ball to short. Korf has it, flips to second in time. The out is recorded, and the inning is over, but not before TMP gets on the board. 4 runs on 3 hits, an error, and 2 errors. 1 left. After 1, TMP 4. Hugoton nothing.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Tate Garcia sailed through the first inning with 10 pitches. He will take the mound for TMP in the top of the second. His team leading 4-0. His pitching counterpart, Elias Mendoza, 29 first inning pitches. A little bit of a difference there. It'll be the 4-hitter, Burnaby Mendoza, followed by Manuel Mendoza. That ball is grounded past the glove of Worth into left field. That's a leadoff single for Mendoza. And that will bring up the second baseman, Manuel Mendoza. 4-0 lead, TMP, top of the second inning. Mendoza stretches away from first, pitch. Misses, ball one.
You have to just make sure.
Have to wait.
It was close. It was a close pitch.
It was very close. Pitch from Garcia, swung on and missed. Count evens out, 1 strike. Monarch Baseball brought to you by Nextech Wireless, Classic Quality Body Shop, Thomas More Prep Marion, and Lifetime Dental Care. The stretch by Garcia, check of the runner. Pitch on the way, misses, gets away from Renz, throws down to second, not in time, and the runner takes on the wild pitch.
Garcia lining up, deals one, driven back up the middle by Mendoza. It's going to move the runner over to third with a single out in the center field. The runners are going to be at first and third for Hugoton with just nobody out. So Garcia going to have to work a little bit out of a jam here in the bottom or top of the second inning after the single into right field.
So first and third, nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Brings up Landon Hickey. And that one hit him. So now the bases are loaded and nobody out. That is how quickly things can change. That brings up the shortstop, Colby Korf. He'll bat from the left side. Tall, lanky young man. Senior laden club for Hugoton. There's a line drive up the middle. That's a base hit. One run's coming home. Here comes another run to score. The ball's cut off in the middle of the infield, and just like that, Hugoton's cut the TMP lead in half. It's 4-2. Runners at first and second, still nobody out. That brings up the right fielder, Valentino Degalato. Bats from the right side. You got to wonder if he might be bunting here. Abraham Batance on deck. Stretch by Garcia, and the pitch on the way. There's a drive into left center field, pretty well struck. Carl Rack on the run. They're not going to get there. That might just tie it. Around third, here's the runner coming home to score, and second and third, or first and second, and nobody out. And it is 4-3. It's a little bit of frenzied hitting by Hugoton. That's only a single for Degalato, and that brings up Abraham Batance, the third baseman.
Mayo out in left field, never saw it. He put his hands up like, I don't see it, and in the gap far enough that.
And the bunt is down, but a foul ball, and it hit the batter while he was still in the batter's box, so it is just a foul ball, dead ball. And the count now, no balls and 1 strike. So Hugoton, after giving up 4 in the bottom of the first, has already gotten 3 of them back. In the top of the second, nobody out, and runners at first and second. Stretched by Garcia, the pitch on the way, bunt is down, it is a good one. Garcia will throw to first in time, the out is recorded, and the runners move up to second and third with only 1 away. And to the top of the order, Daniel Bastillos. He fouled out to the first baseman, Zimmerman, his first time up. Well, after a fantastic start for Garcia, he's hit a little bit of a snag here in the top of the second inning. Here's a line drive to center field. Carl Rack goes back on it. He could be in trouble. It's over his head. And Hugoton's going to take the lead. Bastillos on his way to third base. He will be in there standing up with a 2 RBI triple. And the Eagles are on top 5-4. Boy, and Tate Garcia not fooling anybody right now. They're not just hitting these balls, they're hitting them hard.
Yeah. Wonder how long you stay with that.
Well, with who they have available, I would guess not very long if they keep teeing off on him. 5-4 is the lead. The pitch right through there, strike one. 0-1 the count. Hugoton on top, the pitch. Line drive towards right center. That's going to drop in for a hit. Gets by Shoemaker. A good backup, though, by Carl Rack. They'll hold him to a single. But all of a sudden, it is 6-4 on the RBI single from Thomas Frederick, and that brings up the 9th man to bat in the inning, the pitcher Elias Mendoza. And Creighton Renz is going to go out and have a talk with his fellow junior, Tate Garcia. TMP Baseball brought to you by Verney's Hamburger House, Home Steel Siding and Windows, Swift Services, and by the Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Renz back behind the plate. Garcia will go out of the stretch. Pitch on the way, grounded to third, fielded by Worth to second base for one. Brown on the turn to first, 4-2. And the Monarchs needed that, the double play. That one goes 5-4-3, and the inning is over, but not before Hugoton puts 6 on the board, 6 runs on 6 hits, a hit by pitch. Nobody left after 1.5, 6-4. Hugoton on top.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Six to 4, TMP trails Hugoton, bottom of the second inning. Monarchs will have Trenton Mayo, and then back to the top of the order and Tate Garcia, Gavin Shoemaker. If anybody gets on, Chase Worth. TMP led 4-0 after 1 inning. And, boy, Tate Garcia had cruised, and I mean cruised through the top of the first. But, boy, Hugoton lit him up for 6 hits and 6 runs. Ground ball to the left side. That's going to get by the third baseman. And a base hit for Mayo. He thought about second base, then puts on the brakes. One thing you do right there is you force the outfielder to throw it in. Then if it gets by somebody, you can run a little bit more.
Yeah, on your way. You got to turn and make them look.
Well, TMP starts the second inning off like they did the first with a single. The man who did that at the plate now, Tate Garcia. 6-4, TMP trails. A pitch fouled off right side, backing out of play. If you're TMP, you just have to relax right now. Yeah, you gave up the lead, but you're only down by 2. You're on your second at bat, and you've hit the tar out of this pitcher in the first inning.
Yep, it's all about keeping it moving again.
Monarchs trail 6-4. Bottom of the second inning. Mayo, good speed at first. A pitch, misses low and away. I assume. And yes, it did. 1-1 the count.
I've heard of deliberate before, but
He literally will take 3 steps back and then make his call. 1-1. Swung on and missed. It was a hit and run. Throw down to second. Little offline, and Mayo is on at second base with a stolen base. 1-2 the count. Yeah, that had hit and run written all over it because Tate does not offer it pitches like that. 1-2 the count on the Monarch pitcher. Mendoza into the stretch and the delivery on the way. Low and away. Got by the catcher. Mayo was late. Now he's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get back to second base safely. Boy, he was living dangerously out there. He was about halfway between second and third base going, where are you going to throw it? Where are you going to throw it? Go ahead.
Dare you.
And once the catcher started running him back, then he went back to second base. Was back in plenty of time. 2-2 the count on Garcia. The pitch. Low. Blocked by the catcher. Count runs full. So Mayo at second base, scoring position. Gavin Shoemaker on deck. Tate Garcia singled and scored in the first. Would like a single here to help his own cause out. And the pitch from Mendoza. Line drive into right center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Mayo rounds third base. He's going to have to hoof it. Here comes the throw. It gets away from the cutoff man, and Garcia will move up to second. Boy, an RBI single for Tate Garcia. He takes second on a throwing error, and the Monarchs are within 1 at 6-5.
Boy, if that cutoff man makes that play, it might be interesting at home plate, but good hustle again on the base pass, forcing them again to make a play, and they didn't do it.
An error on the first baseman, Mendoza, and TMP the tying run in scoring position. Garcia at second base, really good speed for TMP. The pitch in the dirt. Catcher has a hard time finding it. When he does, is it too late? Yes, it is. Garcia into third base. Boy, Tate with that secondary lead off of the bag at second, and he took a couple steps, and when he realized the catcher didn't know where it was, he took off, and now the tying run is at third base, and TMP with nobody out and a 1-0 count on Gavin Shoemaker. Third base umpire Matt Allen down the line, clearing some dirt off the bag. That pitch outside third, little outside. Looks pretty good. Here comes the 2-0 to Shoemaker. Gavin pops it up. Foul territory. Hugoton tracking it, and the catch is made by the third baseman, and Tate Garcia will step on the bag. If Tate tags there and takes off right away,
nobody at home.
Nobody at home. The first baseman was late to the party. So Shoemaker out on a foul ball. Catch by the third baseman. And brings up Chase Worth, who tripled and came home to score later on and had a couple RBIs with it. That pitch in the dirt, and
Garcia ready to get on his horse if one gets by.
Yeah, he's never shying away from running. That pitch misses 2-0. Chase Worth, tag one to right his first time up. The pitch on the way, not in the dirt. Misses low and away, ball 3-0. Creighton Wren's on deck for TMP, trailing 6-5, bottom of the second inning, 3A regional championship game. That one's over the outside third, 3-1 the count. Garcia inches away from third. Here's the 3-1 delivery to Worth. He pops it up, foul territory. First baseman coming over to give it a look, but it's going to fall harmlessly out of play as Mendoza will go back to first base. Somebody saying Mendoza, is he everywhere? There's three of them. So, like Dave said before we went on the air, said if you say Mendoza, you got a 33% chance of being right. Here's the 3-2 delivery to Worth on the way. Inside, missed, ball 4. Boy, that was a tough one to take right there. Worth is on, and that will bring up Creighton Wren's, who reached on an error and scored in the first. Catcher Frederick out from behind the plate, giving signals to his infielders, letting them know what he's going to do if Worth takes off for second. Which I would not anticipate that happening. Creighton Renz at the plate. Pitch on the way. Fouled it off. Monarchs trying to work that right side. That's where Worth went when he got his 2 RBI triple. Now Renz with an 0-1 count. Like a fly ball or a ground ball into the hole or something. Pitch right through there, strike 2, 0-2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes, tying run at third base. Go ahead run at first, 1 away. Monarch catcher settles in, the pitch on the way. Well, that had some nasty movement on it and missed outside, ball 1, 1-2. Cole Zimmerman on deck for TMP. Here's the pitch. Line drive right back up the middle, base hit. This ball game is tied. Gets away from the center fielder, Chase Worth, on his way to third. And Creighton Renz will go into second. An RBI single. An error allows the runners to move up. Boy, Renz smoked that ball.
Yeah, right back up the middle. Biggest hole on the infield, and Renz drove it right through it.
And Rusty Kreitz out of the dugout. He's going to have a discussion. We're going to have a pitching change, or what's going on? Nothing decided yet. And eventually they're going to break the mound, and Elias Mendoza will stay on the mound. Second and third, 1 away. Tie ball game, 6-6 here in the bottom of the second inning. Cole Zimmerman at the plate. Cole grounded out to the first baseman with the pitcher covering in the first. Wide open hole up the middle if he can hit it right back that way again. That pitch misses low and away, ball 1. Here's the wind and the pitch. That one's looked good, missed. Nope, it's in there. Strike 1, 1-1 the count. Man, this is a broadcaster's flipping nightmare. That guy would just make a call instead of backing out and getting the looks. Here's the 1-1 delivery to Zimmerman. This is inside, ball 2, 2-1.
It's like he's got a pose.
Yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike. 6-6 score, bottom of the second inning. Pitch on the way. There's a little looper into left field. Left fielder comes over, makes the catch, tagging at third, and coming home is Chase Worth. The throw offline, throw into third, not in time as Creighton Renz tagged as well. And the Monarchs lead at 7-6 on an RBI sacrifice by Cole Zimmerman.
Brown to the plate, 2 outs.
Nice answer by the Monarchs.
There's a little looper into short left center. Could be trouble. Shortstop out, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But TMP puts 3 runs on the board.
The Monarchs score 3 runs on
TMP 7, Hugoton 6.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself for the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. and by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Seven to 6, TMP on top as Hugoton comes to bat under the lights here in the top of the third inning. The Eagles will have Manuel Mendoza, and Landon Hickey. If anybody gets on, Colby Korf.
Leading off will be for the second inning in a row, Burnaby Mendoza, followed by Manuel Mendoza.
Yep.
And Landon.
He's the one that got him started last inning.
Well, let's hope it doesn't happen this inning.
Swung through that one.
0-1 the count. Garcia, 1-2-3 in the first. Faced 9 batters in the second. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Garcia, I think, realizing he was leaving some pitches up in the strike zone, and Hugoton wasn't missing. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Garcia to Mendoza. Misses low and away. Ball 1, 1-2. One and two the count, top of the third inning. Garcia delivers. Ground ball to third, fielded by Worth. Throw across, it's a good one, right on the mark. One up, one down. Now Manuel Mendoza to the plate for Hugoton. Manuel Mendoza singled and scored in the second inning. That pitch hit him. And that will bring up the designated hitter Landon Hickey, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Short, stocky young man stepping to the plate, hits from the right side.
Might be a good candidate to double up.
If you get a ground ball at really any of the infielders, I think you'll have plenty of time. Garcia with the pitch. That one misses outside, ball 1, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, one on, one out. Garcia throws over to first just to see if Mendoza was going to show him something. He did not. 1-run lead right now for the Monarchs. They're looking to hold on to it to go to the bottom of the third. Pitch from Garcia, swung on and missed. Count evens out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Garcia checks the sign, takes a look at the runner, pitches, misses away, ball 2, 2-1. TMP Baseball brought to you by Heartland Building Center, Eagle Communications, Midwest Energy, Gibbs Auto Supply, and USAFE Pharmacy. 2-1 on the way, misses upstairs, 3-1. Three-one delivery from Garcia, swung on and missed. 3-2. One out, top of the third. TMP leading 7-6. 3A regional championship game. 3-2 to the designated hitter. Fouled back, right back at us. Count remains 3-2. There's no flinching by anybody up here in the box that I could tell.
Nope, not this time.
3-2. Garcia out of the stretch. Pitch. There goes the runner. Swung on and missed. Throw down to second. Not in time. Good backup by Reuter from short as that skipped by Eston Brown. No strike him out, throw him out, but a strikeout is recorded and 2 outs. And that will bring up the shortstop, Colby Korf. Korf singled and scored in the second. Tying run on at second base. That is Manuel Mendoza, who is hit by a pitch with 1 out in this inning. Garcia breaks contact and then steps back in. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Ground ball to second base. Brown is on it. Eats him up a little bit, but makes the play. Throw to first, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. A hit by pitch. 1 left after 2.5. TMP 7, Hugoton 6.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Seven to 6, TMP on top as they come to bat. In the bottom of the third inning, Adam Gottschalk, the designated hitter, will lead off. He will be followed by Luke Reuter and Trenton Mayo, if anybody gets on. Back to the top of the order, and Tate Garcia. 0-1 pitch to Gottschalk on the way. Ground ball to the left side, fielded by the third baseman. Throw across just in time. Gottschalk hustling down the line, but he is out. That one goes 5-3, and that will bring up the shortstop, Luke Reuter.
Made it interesting. Like the hustle, like the effort.
There's nothing that drives me more nuts than somebody that hits a ground ball at one of the infielders and then just dogs it to first base thinking they're already out. If you want to see a perfect example about why not to do that, just go back and watch Derek Jeter tapes. He never dogged it. That pitch misses high and tight to Reuter, 2-0. And I'm not a Yankee fan, and so therefore I'm not a big Derek Jeter fan, but he was a heck of a ball player.
You got to respect him.
Yes, you do. Had his number retired. 3-0 the count now on Reuter. And the pitch misses inside, ball 4, so Luke draws a 1-out walk. And that will bring up Trenton Mayo. Trenton has been on every time he's been up in this 2-game set so far for TMP. Game 1, he walked 3 times, had a single, was hit by a pitch. And then he singled there's a line drive, base hit into right center field. Good read by Luke Reuter off the bat. He'll go into third base in the throw. Instead of going to second base or cut off, the center fielder, Bastillos, hauled it all the way to the line on third base, and moving up to second was Trenton Mayo on the throw. Boy, an ill-advised throw right there. Second and third, 1 out for TMP.
Monarchs will take it.
Now Tate Garcia to the plate for the Monarchs. Wind in the pitch. Popped it up to right field. Reuter tags. There's the catch. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is way offline, and Luke Reuter scores. And TMP extends their lead to 8-6 on the sacrifice fly from Tate Garcia.
Great job moving them around.
And Mayo tagged at second, and he moves up to third base, so could score on a wild pitch or a pass ball. Gavin Shoemaker stands in, pops it down the right field line. Right fielder on the run into foul territory, dives and makes the catch. A fantastic play by Degalado, and the side is retired, but not before the Monarchs score one more. One run on one hit, a walk, one left. After 3, TMP 8, Hugoton 6.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Eight to 6, TMP on top as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Hugoton will send up Valentino Degalado, Abraham Batance, and Daniel Bastillos. If anybody gets on, Thomas Frederick. Valentino singled and scored in the 2nd. Seemed like everybody singled and scored in the 2nd inning.
Pretty much a broken record.
8 to 6, Monarchs on top. There's a ground ball foul. Rusty Kreitz bobbled it a little bit in the third base coaching box. No error on that play.
Yeah, pretty nice effort. We'll give it to him.
He's got bare hands over there. 0-1 the count on Degalado. Pitch on the way. Fouled off right side. That's going to creep out of play. And the count now no balls and 2 strikes. TMP on top 8 to 6. Winner of this ball game will go to Manhattan next week for the 3A state baseball tournament. Pitch on the way. This is low and away. Ball 1, 1-2. Well, you sit on these chairs long enough.
Yeah. You just got to stand up.
And they start to not feel very good. Chopper to third. Fielded by Worth. Throw across. Right on the money. Well, just to get that timing on that throw, and then once Chase gets that timing down, it is like a rocket across. And 1 down. And that will bring up Abraham Batance.
Made a nice play again coming in on the ball. Got there to give himself some time, so he took his time, got his feet set, and like you said, when he squares up and throws like that, it's going to be hard to beat him.
Pitch to Batance, swung on and missed. He had a sacrifice bunt in the 2nd inning. 0-1 the count. Here's the wind in the pitch. Misses inside. Batance had to back out of the way of that one. The count evens out at 1-1. Boy, pretty special if you make it to the state tournament in Manhattan. The games are played at Toynton Family Stadium on the campus of Kansas State University.
I just wanted to hear you say it.
And the pitch misses away. Ball 2, 2-2. And strike 3 or strike 2, excuse me. 2-2. I thought that was the 3rd strike.
I did too. Or he might have fouled it off. I think.
Okay, he might have got a piece. Okay.
That's what I'm going to say.
Top of the 4th inning, TMP on top 8 to 6. They led 4-0 after the 1st inning. 7-6 after the second inning. Now they lead at 8-6, 3-2 the count on the number 9 hitter Batanz. That pitch is fouled off. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Reuter is on it. Fields has to hurry. Throws across in time. A nice stretch from Cole Zimmerman over at first. And 2 outs. And that will bring up the top of the order in the center fielder, Daniel Bastillos, who tripled and scored his last time up.
Luke doing a nice job again coming in on that one because it wasn't hit that hard. And like you said, once he got it in his glove, had to get it over there in a hurry.
And the pitch swung on and missed to Bastillos. Here's the 0-1, 0-2. Boy, Tate is really pitching well now. After 3 innings, Garcia with only 37 pitches, Mendoza with 63. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. After 3.5, TMP 8, Hugoton 6.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
TMP scored 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third. Worth pops one up. Shortstop Korf underneath of it makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down.
Shortstop for out number 1. 6 unassisted on the out. To the plate, 29.
And now Creighton Renz at the plate for TMP. Creighton reached on an error and scored in the first and singled in the second. Pitch on the way.
Wait for it.
Bueller. This is
It was a
low and
ball.
in. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. And here comes the pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Third baseman cuts in front, can't make the play. Throw to first, not in time. Creighton Renz, an infield single. He's on, and that will bring up Cole Zimmerman.
Cole Zimmerman.
Boy, Creighton really hustling down the line. That was a tough play for either the third baseman or the shortstop. And, you know, if you are the third baseman, you can get to it. You're supposed to. But, boy, by the time Korf got it in his glove, there's no way he was going to get Renz.
Yeah, again, like you talked about, we were talking about this last inning, hustling down the line pays off.
Sure does. Now Creighton, who's been aggressive on the base pads for TMP, I think he's smelling a visit to Manhattan next week. Here's the delivery to Zimmerman. Misses low and in. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Eston Brown is on deck for TMP. He's 0 for 2 with a ground ball to short and a pop out to short. Cole Zimmerman would like to give one a ride here, 1-0. He's going to lay the bunt down. It's a pretty one. Mendoza on it, throws to first, not in time. An infield single bunt hit for Cole Zimmerman, and the Monarchs with something cooking, one down in the fourth. Boy, that was a pretty bunt by Cole Zimmerman.
Yeah, he didn't give it up. He didn't show it and just kind of laid his bat down the last second he could and dropped it in the perfect spot.
Now Weston Brown to the plate for TMP. Here's the pitch. Almost hit him. Boy, Brown had to dance out of the way of that one. His Uncle Clint, one of the assistant coaches on Dusty Washburn's staff, guarantee you he couldn't have moved that quick. 1-0 the count on the Monarchs' second baseman as Mendoza steps off, and Renz, who was all of 2 steps off the bag at second, will move back to the bag. Boy, a big hole on the right side, and I don't know how quickly the second baseman Mendoza can get there. There's a drive to left field. That thing's hit, and a nice catch in left by Burnett. Boy, he went back on a drive by Eston Brown. I thought that might get over him, but it did not, and 2 down for the designated hitter, Adam Gottschalk.
Yeah, tip your hat, just a good play, because I'm like you, it looked like it was going to get over him, but stayed with it and made the play.
Now Adam Gottschalk at the plate. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1, 1-0.
Ked would say dial 828.
And the pitch fouled off right side. Count evens out, 1 ball, 1 strike. TMP softball baseball brought to you by Steel Fabrications, Horizon Appliance and Electronics, Kevin Shoemaker Construction, and by Progressive Physical Therapy. Speaking of softball, the Lady Monarchs play for regional championship tomorrow afternoon here in Hayes as they will take on Russell at 2 o'clock. And Gottschalk dribbles one. It is foul. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down. Renz retreats to second. Zimmerman back to first. Monarchs would like to extend their lead right here. The man at the plate has the power to do so. 1-2, the pitch from Mendoza on the way. Curveball, line drive, base hit up the middle. Creighton Renz will round third. Here comes the throw. It is going to be cut off, and now in a little bit of trouble is Cole Zimmerman. He's ran back and he's tagged out, but the run scores, and the Monarchs extend their lead 9-6 on an RBI single by Adam Gottschalk. So TMP 1 run on 3 hits. No errors, 1 left after 4, 9-6 Monarchs.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Nine to 6, TMP on top as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Hugoton, the 2nd through 4th batter scheduled to hit. And they're checking on the pitch count for Elias Mendoza. And now Tate Garcia back to the mound for TMP. Tate with 52 pitches through 4 innings. Now back to the mound for inning number 5. And Thomas Frederick grounded out to the pitcher, singled, and bats again here in the 5th. Garcia with the wind in the pitch on the way, off-speed pitch. Misses upstairs. Nope, it's a strike. I give up. I'll take the call. I like it. There's a ground ball. Back to Garcia. An athletic play by the pitcher. Over to first for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Seriously, those guys are going to come up here after the game because their changing room is right up by us. And I go and say, dude, you got to help us broadcasters out. Stop the Michael Jackson moonwalk and let's go with just a simple handout for a strike, nothing for a ball, and that pitch hit the pitcher, Mendoza, the opposing pitcher.
This is 3rd time he's hit a batter.
He has. And that brings up Burnaby Mendoza, first baseman, singled and scored in the 2nd. Grounded out to 3rd in the 3rd. Courtesy runner in for Hugoton. And that is Isaiah Cabezas, the senior. And at the plate is Burnaby Mendoza. Here's the pitch. That is ball 1. Want to know the count. You can see the smoke from the Traeger grill wafting over the infield here at TMP Sports Complex. If anyone who wants to bring a few of those up here for Dave and I and down to the camera for CD, I think we'd let you. Wouldn't say a word. If it came with a cold drink, we'd let that happen too. I'm looking down. I don't see anybody moving yet. 2-1 the count on Burnaby Mendoza. Stretched by Garcia, the pitch. That one almost hit him. 3 balls and 1 strike. So Tate got the ground ball back to the pitcher, then hit the next batter, Elias Mendoza. He's went 3-1 on Burnaby Mendoza. And the pitch swung on and missed. Boy, he is a competitor.
Yeah,
he is not going to give up on anything.
That's what the word you're looking for, competitor. He's tough.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Cabezas, the courtesy runner, away from first. The pitch. Fly ball down the right field line. That is going to twist and just get out of play as Gavin Shoemaker chased it to the fence and watched it go over. 3-2 the count.
He doesn't go. We've seen him made some nice plays out there in right field. He doesn't go easy on anything.
No.
He's always going to give himself a chance if it's in play.
And you didn't want to see him try and go through the fence there. That could have hurt. 3-2. Runner on the pitch. There's another foul ball off the right side. And that will land in foul territory. Young man, I assume that's a young man, or is that an old man that tried to make a play down there? Not sure. 3-2, 1 out. Boy, how about a little 6-4-3 right here? Double play would be nice. Here's the pitch. And misses upstairs, ball 4.
Boy, that was close.
That was real close. And first and second, 1 out for the second baseman, Manuel Mendoza, who's been on twice, a single and a hit by pitch. I still would order up that 6-4-3 here if they want to. Pitch from Garcia. That one misses way outside, ball 1. Now, if you're Dusty Washburn and the TMP staff, how long do you let Tate go before you maybe think about a pitching change? See if he can work out of this jam before it gets too ugly. 1-0, the pitch. Swung on and missed, tied him up. Mendoza couldn't catch up with it. Count evens out, 1 ball and 1 strike. Stretched by Garcia. Check of the runners. They stay close. Swung on and missed. 1-2 the count. Boy, Tate reached back for a little something extra on that pitch. And after throwing a couple of heaters by Mendoza, I would not be surprised to see an off-speed pitch or a breaking ball right here. 1-2 the count. The Monarch left-hander, arm dangling down, left side, ball in the glove, out of the stretch, the 1-2, swung on and missed. Forget the curveball, Ricky throwing the heater, strike 3, 2 down, and that will bring up the designated hitter, Landon Hickey.
Designated hitter, Landon Hickey, 2 outs, 2 on.
No shortage of major league references. Ever.
No, there's a major league reference everywhere if you look for it. Here's the stretch by Garcia. Throw to first. Oh, man.
That's on the other side of the bag.
He's
they had
out
him.
because Burnaby Mendoza was caught looking. And he just about got tossed out as Cole Zimmerman came in from behind and just about picked him off. The pitch misses upstairs, ball 1-0. Hickey was hit by a pitch and scored in the second, struck out in the third. Tying run at the plate, top of the 5th inning. TMP leading 9-6. Stretch by Garcia and the pitch. Upstairs, ball 2-0. Colby Korf, the shortstop, on deck. Hit the ball solid 2 times already. One was a single, one was a ground ball to second base. Pitch by Garcia, misses away, ball 3-0. Tate's in danger of walking the bases loaded. Here's a pitch, misses outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded, and that brings up Colby Korf, the shortstop. Creighton Renz is going to come out. Chase Worth out there as well. They're just talking about it, just saying, hey, man, come and go get him. It's the shortstop. He's a left-hander. Use it to your advantage. Big opportunity here for Hugoton as well to get back into this ball game. Trailing by 3. If Tate can get them here, you might take their spirits with you. Korf stands in. The pitch. Ground ball right back to Garcia. He makes the play, flips to first, and the inning is over, and Hugoton leaves the bases loaded. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks, a hit batter. 3 left after 4.5. TMP 9, Hugoton 6.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Right Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Mendoza back to the mound for his 5th inning of work, leading off for the Monarchs. Shortstop Luke Reuter, and Trenton Mayo, and Tate Garcia.
Luke Reuter pops one into center field as we start the bottom of the 5th inning, and the catch is made by Bastillos, 1 up, 1 down, and that will bring up the left fielder Trenton Mayo, who still is yet to be retired in this doubleheader. TMP on top 9-6. Would love to have some more insurance. Rip foul. 0-1 the count. Again, a good crowd on hand. A beautiful night for baseball. Good group here from Hugoton. And a good support crew for TMP. The pitch in the dirt. Count evens out 1 ball and 1 strike. Tate Garcia on deck for TMP. Gavin Shoemaker in the hole. And the pitch on the way. Swung on. Maybe foul tip, maybe not. Gets away from the catcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Trenton Mayo. Well, you feel if TMP could get 1 or 2 more here, that would make it really difficult on Hugoton. The wind and the 1-2. Popped up, foul territory. First baseman Mendoza underneath of it makes the catch. And 2 up, 2 down. First time Trenton Mayo's been retired today, and that brings up the leadoff hitter, the pitcher, Tate Garcia.
Yeah, Trenton's had himself quite an afternoon of ball.
Yes, he has. Been a spark plug for TMP. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch to Garcia, line drive to second base. A catch is made by the second baseman. A diving attempt by Mendoza, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 5, TMP 9, Hugoton 6.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself for the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Nine to 6, TMP on top. Hugoton comes to bat in the top of the 6th inning. Valentino Degalado, Abraham Batance, and then back to the top of the order, and Daniel Bastillos. Well, now's the time if you're the Monarchs. You'd like to see a quick 1-2-3. Pitch from Garcia, line drive, base hit left field. Well, that's not the one you're looking for. Second single of the ball game for Degalado, and that brings up the third baseman, Abraham Batance.
Jumped on it and drove it.
Just by the outstretched glove of Luke Reuter. Batance 0 for 1, sacrifice bunt in the 2nd inning, ground out to short in the 4th.
Yeah, he was looking to square up there too. Kind of gave it away on the move to first.
Degalado back in at first base. Stretched by Garcia. And the pitch on the way. Batance just about got hit, or did it hit him? No, he fouled it off. Boy, that baby was low and in, and Batance fouled it off. 0-1 the count. Well, if Batance pulls that bat back, he's going to get smacked in the ankle with that pitch, and he can move on to first base. 0-1 the count, and the pitch. There's a little looper down the right field line, and it is a fair ball. It's going to roll into the corner. Batance on his way to second base, and stopping at third is Degalado. Second and third, nobody out for the Hugoton Eagles. Boy, a good pitch by Garcia, but boy, it just found the inside portion of the line, and Dusty Washburn's coming out of the dugout for TMP. This is where I believe he is going to make a move. We'll see what his move is. Boy, that is like the manager's walk. I'm going to make it as slow as I can. He's bringing out somebody's pitching glove, so that tells you right there. Pitching change being made. We'll tell you all about it when we come back. Pitching change brought to you by Horizon Appliance and Electronics. More from TMP Sports Complex when we come back. This is Monarch Baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Still has plenty of hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and hot dogs.
9-6, TMP on top in the top of the 6th inning. That Monarchs in a little bit of trouble. Second and third, nobody out. The top of the order coming up. Pitching change, Chase Worth will come in for TMP. He replaces Tate Garcia. Tate will move to second base and Chase in from third, so that will send Eston Brown over to third for TMP.
Well, Tate battled through it. Got a little out of a little jam last inning, and nobody out. Time to make the move.
Daniel Bastillos, all kinds of speed. He's fouled out to the first baseman, tripled and scored and struck out. Pitch from Worth on the way. That misses low, ball one. Runner away from second. Tying run at the plate, the pitch. Misses low, ball two. So Worth having a hard time finding the strike zone. His first two deliveries in relief. Stretch and the pitch on the way. High and tight, ball three, 3-0. Boy, in danger of putting the tying run on base with Thomas Frederick, who's hit the ball well today. 3-0. And the pitch. Misses low and in, ball four, bases are loaded, nobody out. Nowhere to put Thomas Frederick. Bases loaded, nobody out. Forced at every bag, so anything back to the pitcher or even to the corner infielders who are playing in, you can get the play at the plate and then possibly turn two. The pitch fouled off. Boy, an aggressive swing by Thomas Frederick, who's grounded back to the pitcher twice and singled. A little bit of nervous time right now if you're a Monarch fan. Here's a stretch by Worth in the pitch. That one misses low, ball one, 1-1 the count. So Frederick offered at the first pitch from Chase Worth, surprisingly, after he'd thrown 4 straight balls. Here's the 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1. A walk equals a run right here. Here's the stretch by Chase and the offering on the way. There's a little looper up the middle. That's a base hit. Here comes one run to score. Throw in by Rack is a good one into the cutoff man Cole Zimmerman, but one runs in. Still nobody out. 9-7 is our score.
Monarchs need to find an out. Strike out or pop out would be the.
That brings up Elias Mendoza. He chops one, and it's foul. Foul ball in the air, and 1 out's recorded as Cole Zimmerman tracks that one down in foul territory. So 1 out for the first baseman, Burnaby Mendoza. That one's fouled off. Count now 0-1. Burnaby Mendoza. 1 for 2, a single, ground out to third, and a walk. He scored a run. Worth out of the stretch, pitch on the way. There's a little looper. Worth chases it down. He makes the catch. So a couple of pop outs. All of a sudden the bases are still loaded, and now there are 2 outs for Manuel Mendoza.
We'll take one more while we're at it.
Yeah, if we're going to order things up, speaking of ordering things up, we still haven't got any burgers or cheeseburgers from the concession stand. I don't know who's dropping the ball down there. It's somebody. Manuel Mendoza singled, hit by a pitch, and struck out. That pitch misses 1-0. Base hit here likely ties it. Anything in the gap could give Hugoton the lead. The pitch fouled off. Boy, he had a good swing at that one. Fouled it straight back. Designated hitter Landon Hickey on deck. Manuel Mendoza, the second baseman. 1-1 the count. Worth out of the stretch, and the pitch on the way. Popped up, foul, backing out of play. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Worth has dealt almost exclusively with the fastball. You come with something off speed here and get Mendoza, or you go with what the bait that brought you?
Whatever feels good to you right now.
1-2 the pitch. There's a little popper. It's into short left field. Coming on is Mayo. Underneath of it, makes the catch. The side is retired, and TMP dodges a bullet. 1 run on 3 hits, a walk, and 3 left on after 5.5. TMP 9, Hugoton 7.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
TMP 9, Hugoton 7 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Gavin Shoemaker fouls the first pitch off up the third base line. He will bat with an 0-1 count. TMP dodged a bullet. Bases loaded, nobody out for Hugoton. They only score 1 in the top of the 6th inning. TMP added some big insurance against Lions on Monday. That curveball is through there, strike 2. They did that in the bottom of the 6th inning. Can they do the same here and come away regional champs? Swung on and missed by Shoemaker, gets away from the catcher. Throw down to first, and the out is recorded. 1 up, 1 down. That is, by my count, the first strikeout, except for Adam Gottschalk in the bottom of the first when he struck out and reached on the pass ball. But, so Shoemaker's out on strikes, and that pitch from Mendoza
just a bit
outside. That's where I was going to go, just a bit outside. 1-0 the count. That one's right on the corner. Strike 1, 1-1. Chase Worth, been on twice, reached on a triple and scored in the first, walked and scored in the second, popped out to shortstop in the fourth. 2-1 the count. See if he can give one a ride. Pitch. This is a little bit low. 3-1. Creighton Wren's on deck for the Monarchs. He's reached on an error and singled twice. 3-1 pitch. Pop foul out of play. Count remains 3 balls and 2, or is now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Chopped back towards the pitcher. Mendoza makes the play. Throws to first, and the out is recorded. That one goes 1-3. Well, TMP has them right where they want them. 2 outs, nobody on.
Time to get the train rolling.
I hear the train a-coming. There we go. That's my only Johnny Cash you'll get tonight. And the pitch to Creighton Renz misses inside, ball 1. Cole Zimmerman on deck. So I just mentioned Creighton a couple singles this game. He's also reached on an error and scored a run.
Mendoza wasn't looking at the plate, started his windup, and Worth had backed out.
There's the pitch, high and tight to Creighton, 2-0. Monarchs lead at 9-7, bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch, there's a line drive into right center field. That is a base hit. And Creighton with his 3rd consecutive single. And the Monarchs with the runner on and 2 away.
To the plate, Cole Zimmerman. 2 outs, 1 on.
They came through.
Yeah.
We got.
You begged enough.
I don't know if we begged enough. I'm not going to say too much. 1-0 the count on Zimmerman.
We weren't talking about cheeseburgers.
CD. No, wait. Never mind. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Misses up and away, 3-0.
Take a walk.
Eston Brown on deck. You remember the last time he was up, drilled one to left, and left fielder Burnett made a heck of a play. Pitch. Misses low.
It did miss low, but it was called a strike.
Oh, okay. Guess that's what they call him. And that pitch missed, ball 4. So Renz moves up to 2nd. Zimmerman on at 1st, and that brings us Eston Brown, the left fielder, the 3rd baseman now. Due up for Hugoton in the top of the 7th. Landon Hickey, Colby Korf, Valentino Degalato. If anybody gets on, Abraham Batance. Well, we'll see if Eston Brown can get a piece of one here. Mendoza probably getting pretty darn close to his limit. Brown turns on one, fouls it off. 0-1. Here's the stretch and the pitch on the way. Misses away, ball 1, 1-1 the count. Winner of this game moves on to Toynton Family Stadium in Manhattan next Thursday for the 3A state baseball tournament. Here's the pitch, high and in, ball 2, 2-1.
Find a gap.
It's a stretch in the pitch. There's a line drive to left field. That one is down. Here comes Renz to score. Zimmerman to 3rd, Brown to 2nd. A 2-out RBI double. It's 10-7 Monarchs.
Not a gap, but a line, and that works just fine.
We will take that. We will take that line. So a double for Eston Brown, and with 2 outs, the Monarchs making it happen, and I believe that's going to be it for Mendoza. He hands over the ball, and pitching change will be made. We'll be back to tell you all about it in 60 seconds. This is Monarch Baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
New pitcher on for Hugoton. It will be Burnaby Mendoza taking the mound. And Elias Mendoza will go over to first. Second and third, 2 away. Adam Gottschalk at the plate for TMP. Possibly a chance to put this game away if he can find the outfield grass with the base hit.
Or cedar trees.
That would work too. There's a line drive up the middle, base hit. Here comes Zimmerman to score. Here comes Brown. The throw not in time, and the Monarchs lead it 12-7 on the RBI single by Adam Gottschalk.
You said had them right where they wanted when they got him 2 outs. So.
Yep, they've scored 3 after they had nobody on and 2 away, and Adam Gottschalk with his second hit of the ball game. And that might be the backbreaker for TMP.
So you know, CD, the burgers aren't very good.
And that one misses. And Gottschalk up. Hey, mine's still here. I'm giving you mine. See it? Look in the window. Look back in the window. It's right there. It's wrapped. You're good to go. All right. He said no. Well,
Actually, they are really good.
I'll get him something to eat after the game if he wants to stick around a couple extra minutes. You cool with that? All right. We got a thumbs up. All right. I don't feel bad anymore. Luke Reuter at the plate for TMP. He's hit by the pitch. So Gottschalk will have to stay where he's at. And I don't think TMP fans are appreciating the fact that Burnaby Mendoza was coming high and tight on their players. Now Trenton Mayo at the plate for the Monarchs. Runners at first and second. Mendoza with the pitch. Misses away. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Tate Garcia on deck. 3 across in the inning for TMP. After 2 men were out, they've had a single, a walk, a double, a single, and a hit by pitch. There's a pop-up. Center field. Underneath of it and making the catch is Bastillos, and the inning is over. But TMP scores 3 runs on 3 hits, a walk, a hit batter, 2 left. After 6 innings, TMP 12, Hugoton 7.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
12-7 TMP on top as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Chase Worth back on the mound for TMP. It will be Landon Hickey, Colby Korf, Valentino Degalato if anybody gets on, Abraham Batance. The way this game has gone, not until that third out in this inning is recorded will we celebrate.
Don't take anything for granted now. Wheel and deal.
The wind in the pitch by Worth, swung on and missed. His brother Braden used to close out games for TMP. Chase doesn't hold that glove nearly as high. Here's the pitch. Misses low and in, ball 1-1-1. But Braden would get on that mound, and all you could see was his eyeballs over the top of his glove. 1-1 delivery, kind of like Wilson from Home Improvement. All you got is the eyes.
A little bit intimidating.
Yes, it is, especially when he can bring some gas. Here's the pitch. It's dubbed out towards shortstop, fielded by Reuter. Cannon across. One up, one down. 2 outs away from a ticket to the state tournament. Boy, it's a tough play for Luke, but he knew he had time with Hickey running down the line. Korf at the plate. That pitch misses low and in, ball 1. 1-0 the count. TMP. Boy, a rough start to the season, but they came on hard and late, and that one's right through there, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 down, top of the 7th. Monarchs leading 12-7 in the 3A Regional Championship game. The wind in the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, 1-2 the count. Boy, Worth is dealing right now. Here comes the 1-2 delivery on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Korf. Degalato, the last hope for the Hugoton Eagles.
Good home team crowd showing their appreciation for the effort. Man, it's a beautiful night. I know you said that, but it's worth saying again.
Yeah, I mean, ideal. Here's the pitch to Degalato. Misses inside, ball 1. Degalato with the single. Scored in the 2nd. Grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. Singled and scored in the 6th. There's a popper foul. Back in out of play. Boy, he doesn't have his earbuds in right now, but if Kim Rupp stands up, he catches that ball. Come on. How about a little effort down that first base line? 1-1 the count on Degalato. The pitch fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the 7th. 1 strike away from a visit to Manhattan for the TMP Monarch baseball team. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Just missed, 2-2. Boy, I hope it's a swing and a miss so I don't have to wait on the umpire if this happens. 2-2. Worth out of the windup. Here's the pitch on the way. Strike 3 called! The ball game is over! The TMP Monarchs, next stop, Manhattan. There is a dog pile at the pitching mound, but TMP wins it, and they will play next Thursday at Toynton Family Stadium in Manhattan in the 3A State Baseball Tournament. Your final score, Monarchs win it by a score of 12-7, and they are going to the 3A State Tournament. Man, what a finish to this regional tournament, Dave Barber.
It really was. Monarchs are playing some good ball now. And, man, they got things going early in that first game. Kind of momentum carried them into the second game, and they just drove it home.
TMP wins it by a score of 12-7. If you're watching on Eagle TV, or HayesPost.com. We'll end our broadcast here. If you're listening on 99 KZ Country, your scoreboard show's coming up. Again, your post-game show's coming up. Again, your final score, TMP 12, Hugoton 7. This is Monarch Baseball.